Welcome everybody to Athletically Speaking, Wagon Wheel Sports College Football Show. And today, it's a very late episode last
Yes.
week. We are here with some reactions to the past very chaotic weekend of college football. Thank God. Oh, you had a bye week. That's all I can say is because
No.
I didn't want to have to live through that and have to worry about a football game as well. I just got to watch the chaos unfold and was happy to be alive.
Yeah.
Unlike
Must be
the other
nice.
half of this person of this
Must,
chat.
must be nice.
But we'll get to that later.
Don't talk to me.
All right. Start this thing off with some college football news. There was the College Student Football League unveiled a proposal this past week in which the presidents at West Virginia and Syracuse both backed the idea. Um, they're saying that the implosion of the FBS is going to happen at some point if the college football model is currently not reconstructed. And it is a Power 12, as they call it now, with 72 schools. And their idea for this is that you have 13 games over 15 weeks with six, seven homes or 6 and 7 away. You have 5 division games and 8 non-division games. And then the prior season's top 36 schools will get your seventh home game. This model is emphasizes geographic proximity, historic rivalries, in-state rivalries, and then 100 years of looking back and seeing who played the most like frequent matchups. So like OU Texas isn't in the same division in this, but they would play consistently because they've played over frequently over years.
Yeah.
I want to run through all these 12 really quickly. But what's your thought process on this whole thing?
I mean, I hadn't heard about this until just now, until you said that, but I think it sounds pretty good. I like the idea of it, of some regionality and protecting some historic rivals. I think it sounds pretty good.
I think it
Um,
sounds good.
yeah,
I want to read these teams off real quick. I don't know how effective it would be,
yeah.
but it's interesting to look at. So you got your East Division, Boston College, Maryland, Navy, Notre Dame, Virginia, Virginia Tech. The Mid East, Cincinnati, Penn State, Pittsburgh, Rutgers, Syracuse, West Virginia. The Great Lakes, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Michigan State, Northwestern, Purdue. Midwest, Iowa, Iowa State, Minnesota, Nebraska, Ohio State, Wisconsin. See, like that's interesting. You split up Michigan and Ohio State. So I assume that they would play year round every year. Anyway,
Yeah.
Carolinas, Clemson, Duke, NC State, North Carolina, South Carolina, Wake Forest. The Mid South, Alabama, Auburn, Kentucky, Louisville, Tennessee, and Vanderbilt.
Mm.
Southeast, Florida, Florida State, Georgia, Georgia Tech, Miami, UCF. The South, LSU, Arkansas, Houston, Memphis, Mississippi State, and Ole Miss. The Plains, Colorado, Kansas, Kansas State, Missouri, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State. So
Ah,
basically, your old Big Eight,
that sounds nice.
just straight up Texas, Baylor, SMU, TCU, Texas, Texas A&M, and Texas Tech.
Mm.
Southwest, Arizona, Arizona State, California, Stanford, UCLA, USC, and then the West, BYU, Oregon, Oregon State, Utah, Washington, Washington State. One of the things that immediately comes to mind out of all these 72 teams is the inclusion of like a Memphis. And then there was another one in here somewhere that I thought was weird. Where'd it go? I'm not sure now. But anyway, Memphis is in there, but like Boise State's not. Like some of the bigger, like Tulane's not in here. Some of the bigger group
Yeah,
of
that is
five schools of the time have are just somehow been missed out, but Memphis is in. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
that is interesting. I don't understand that either.
But I think it's an interesting thing. I mean, I would like to see how they would match up the cross division because if I have 8 non-division games,
Yeah,
I'm going to miss out on 3 different groups. But is OU Texas always going to be played every year?
I'd hope so. I mean,
Or is it going to go 8 years and then 3 years of not playing and then 8 years, 3 years not playing? I'd be interested to see how their protected rivalries go from out of state or out of conference things. Plus, they didn't give like a playoff model for that. So it's the winner of each conference or division get into the playoff, and it's just like they play it that way because that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
You win your 6 game pod, then you're in. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know. That is interesting. I mean, I'm not. I kind of like the idea of that.
I do like the idea that it's better than some of the other stuff I've seen.
Yeah.
Um, some other news: Gonzaga goes to the Pac-12
No. Yes. Yes.
as
They
a
find.
basketball only edition.
Yeah.
Um, they still have to find one more to get to 8 total football sports.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
It's a nice addition for basketball, though. I
Yeah,
mean,
and I feel like if you get Gonzaga, you're probably going to be trying for other some basketball schools, right? Like
yeah, I don't think so.
you think they're going to go after UConn or somebody like that?
That'd be cool. I mean,
That sucked
maybe.
for UConn.
Yeah. Um. I don't know, but I mean, that's cool though.
It would be interesting.
It would be.
UTEP is headed to the Mountain West,
Yeah.
which I saw a report a while back that said that the Mountain West is going to try and get Hawaii to play, invite all sports and not just football. So that'd be interesting, and that would give the Mountain West their 8th school because UTEP as a full member, and then Hawaii adds all the other sports would bring them up to 8, so they'd be good. So the Pac-12 would only be the only one that needs to find one more to stay at FBS.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and then the last little bit of the news section, which is the craziest one of all, the SEC and Big Ten want
Mm.
4 bids apiece in the playoff, and that's ridiculous. As someone who's in the SEC right now, who just watched this last weekend unfold, you don't
Agreed.
deserve 4 bids apiece. You kidding me?
No, dude. I hate the SEC and Big Ten. I think they're so. I mean, dude. Oh, it irks me to
The
no end.
the SEC just got exposed this past weekend. Like several teams, Ole Miss lost to a nobody, or Kentucky, which is above average team, but they're not that great.
No.
Vanderbilt just beat Alabama.
Hmm.
Arkansas beat Tennessee.
Like none of your big top SEC schools are safe from the bottom barrel. I mean, I
like the Big Ten's the same way. It's just you have these top tier, like 2 or 3 teams in the conference that has dominated the conference for so long. Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State. Right there's your top 3 schools.
yeah,
SEC, Alabama, Georgia, and that third spot goes to like 3 different teams. Like you have a top heavy conference that has a good team pop up every now and again. So
yeah,
I think that's ridiculous for them to want four bids apiece, especially people who people who like the ACC and Big Ten or Big 12 deserve to have those spots too. It's not just these schools is like, oh my gosh, we play a tough schedule. That's great. If you lose 3 or 4 or even 2 games in most times, you don't deserve to compete for a national championship. I don't care how tough your schedule is. If you can't beat the teams that's on your schedule, you don't deserve to compete for a national championship. Everyone else who did beat the schools on their schedule deserve to at least attempt to be there.
yeah.
I don't care if whoever from the Big 12 or whoever from the ACC gets in and they lose, they deserve to be there because they won their games.
Yeah.
I assume you feel the same.
I do absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they're getting a little bit too big for their britches. I think just a little bit. Yeah. No.
I think it's dumb. They they just need to get over themselves they're trying to push college football down a road that it shouldn't be going. Like just let football be happy, which is part of the reason why they want to expand to 16 teams in 2026. Like we don't need to expand anymore.
No. I think
Just
this is
let it be what it
perfect.
is.
I think this is a perfect amount. No less, no more. Just I like it. The teams that deserve to be in the playoff, they will be in.
And it's like right now you have the perfect setup. You should not have the only people that should get automatic qualifiers are conference champions.
That's it.
No conference should get any more than what that is. If you do win their conference, that's great. The
Yeah.
SEC champion could be a 2-loss team this year.
Yeah.
Like nobody else deserves to be in at that point.
I mean,
You're gonna
everybody.
get some at larges. It's fine,
Yep, I agree. Which I think, well, I guess everybody has a loss in the SEC now.
except Texas, and they're gonna get theirs this week.
Yeah, no, I mean they've not played anybody. They've gotten lucky on. Yeah, no, I mean, hey, I support you guys. I hope that it goes well. I
Texas, I think, is gonna be in for a little bit of surprise
hope so. I hope so.
because they haven't played a defense like Oklahoma's yet.
No, no,
They played some cupcakes up to
yeah.
this point. Quinn Ewers is coming back, gonna be rusty after 4 weeks off.
So is he going to be starting?
I think so. That's the
That's
last I
wild.
heard.
It's. I mean, I know you could not give him that spot back. I mean, Arch, he's been doing pretty well, and
Arch has been doing pretty good. Either way, it's gonna be good for OU. A rusty Quinn Ewers who
yeah,
threw 2 picks and fumbled three once last year,
yeah,
or a freshman against an experienced defense. We'll see.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just hope we get some guys healthy and
Hope so.
that uh our offense coordinator's out of the window. Which, speaking of offensive coordinators out the window,
Hmm.
it's time for your rant time.
No,
You take the
brother.
floor and you say what you need to say.
Nah, man. I mean, uh, it was pretty much the same as which we didn't do this last week's. Against when we played Kansas State. Dude, I just and nothing's really changed. Just the same. I mean, going back to Kansas State, all he had like 8 carries for 80 yards or something like that. He was averaging more than a few like yards per carry. And then we just stopped all of a sudden. And for the rest of the game, he had like 5 or 6 more carries. And then that was it compared to Bowman's. I don't even know how many times he threw the ball. It
An
was
insane amount.
it was more than like triple of how many rushing attempts we made. And then even 2 times during the same series, back to back, it was a quarterback keeper, and it was second and then third and like 7. Like what the heck? Alan Bowman doesn't run. What do you like? I don't think that our OC wants him to do well. I don't understand. Like, I mean, I genuinely like. I know I don't have the credentials, but I think I could make a little bit better play calls than what he's doing. I mean, I don't, it does, it just, I don't understand it. And I didn't get to watch against West Virginia really because I was at work. But I would just briefly peek in at the score every now and again and be upset and it's comical at this point. I mean, it's just funny. I mean, we can't do, and then our defense started looking like poop again, and
Well,
which
what's
we're
comical to me about it is like the same things happened the past 3 weeks and nothing's changed. Like
no,
you're not doing anything to try
like
to
dude,
change the outcome.
I don't think that Gundy and Dunn talk. I don't. Do they even talk to each other? Like, do
It
they
doesn't seem like it.
communicate at all? Like, they don't know communication whatsoever. I don't understand it. But and Gundy doesn't. He doesn't. He's always calm, cool, collected, laid back. Like, get mad, bro. Get upset. Like, this is. I'm starting to get really ticked off at Gundy, and I'm starting to think maybe I mean, he's been a consistent. I mean, I would say always an above average team for the most part. I mean, we do. I mean, I don't know. I mean, one conference champion, I guess, title in his. I think that's it.
2011.
Yeah, I think that was it. So even then, you really couldn't make an argument that we make a bowl game every year.
True.
But we're really not even like that's sad. Really, looking back at him, like realization that just hit me. Like, wow, it really hadn't been that great. I think, man, maybe I don't want to. I don't know. I just. I think that I don't know. Maybe go
Are you
back.
calling for change at head coach right now?
I'm not. I might be. I might be. I don't know. It might be time to call it quits on because I don't. He's just average. He's keeping us stagnant. And I saw it was back in 2020. Some people on Twitter they started commenting again on Oklahoma State's Twitter page about when Casey Dunn got promoted from like the receiver coach or something,
Mm-hmm.
the OC, and people were like, "I wish we could go back and change the timeline." And like they're commenting on this post from 4 years ago, like, "Don't do it. It's a mistake."
Dang.
Like, no. And then like, yeah, dude, I've seen a lot of people call for Zach Robinson, because he is the I think he's the OC. I don't know for the at Falcons, which he was our quarterback.
I have
Uh,
seen.
and so I'm like, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Maybe I don't know. He's doing pretty well in Atlanta, I think. I don't know, but just something's got to give. I don't think we can continue to do this much longer, especially with Dunn. Like I just don't understand. Like I don't understand what goes through their head when I don't understand it.
What is
And
it?
then,
Ignorance is doing the same thing, expecting a different result.
yeah, yeah, for real. And then with our defense, like I mean, we're missing huge. Now Nick Martin and Colin Oliver. I mean, we're missing huge. They're key pieces of our defense, and they're seniors. We need their leadership. And right now, our defense doesn't have anybody. And
But your offense is not helping them
oh no,
at
no, for sure.
all.
We all around. We just need just a whole. And also you would think I will say because the last 2 weeks, um, they the quarterback for West Virginia and Kansas State, they ran all over us, and it's like when our men they're playing man coverage, they're just what am I trying to say? No zone. It'd be zone or I don't they're oblivious though when the quarterback starts running, like all their backs are turned. We're not putting a spy on anybody on the quarterback at all. And it's like a third down, and they always convert. They just I can't, no one's open. I'm just gonna run it, right up here and get
Hmm.
these yards. Thank you. It's just frustrating, and I was hoping that we could at least maybe match, you guys, and maybe we could end up in a bowl game or something. But I don't think that's gonna happen anymore. Will
Get
we
up in
make a
the
bowl
Liberty
game?
Bowl, you know.
We probably won't even make a bowl game. Thank God we have a bye week this week.
I started to ask who you play next, but
Yeah, bye week, and then we play BYU next Friday,
oof,
and that's a loss.
that's
That's
terrifying. Is
that's a
it
loss.
is it in Provo?
It's in Provo.
Oof,
Yeah,
dang. Oh man.
yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. We got BYU and then Baylor, which I mean,
Baylor
yeah,
could win. Well,
yeah. So then ASU and TCU.
maybe.
Yeah,
TCU should be winnable.
yeah.
Houston dominated them this week. Did you
I
see
didn't.
that?
I did not
It was like
know.
30-17 Houston. So like you should beat TCU. That's two games. What are you at? So you need one more. What's one more game on your schedule you can win? Because you're at five and whatever now.
We're still. Are we
Well, no,
still?
but if you win those two games and then lose the others,
Yeah. I don't know, bro. Um.
Baylor could be winnable. That could be yours.
Then Texas Tech,
Mm,
November 23rd, which they just did really well.
yeah,
Who they played, but
Arizona.
yeah.
That could be a game. Do y'all play Arizona?
No, don't play Arizona. Arizona State, but I don't know. What's up in the air right now?
You could get to 6 games still.
I hope so, but man, and I don't even care. Like that's sad. That's our ceiling. That's what I'm make a bowl game. Let's go. Like so sad.
Very sad. Any more with your rant topics?
I don't think so. I will say I ain't saying it. I'm not saying much, but I mean, hey, listen. We beat Arkansas. Arkansas beat Tennessee. Tennessee beat OU. I ain't
We all
saying
know the transitive property doesn't work in college football because
2024
South
Bedlam
Carolina,
champ. 2024 Bedlam champs. I don't know.
South Carolina beat Kentucky. Kentucky beat Ole Miss, and then Ole Miss dominated South Carolina. So that doesn't matter. It doesn't work.
Dang it. Let me have this, bro. I need
No,
it.
sorry. At least OU's willing to make a change at quarterback after we sucked
Dude,
for
for real. I don't understand. Like,
we put a
bro,
freshman in the
why? And
SEC.
then and then we put in Rangel, who he's don't have. I don't even know. Is he a senior? He's a junior. He's a junior. He's a redshirt junior. I
Hmm.
don't know. But still, invest in Flores, who's going to be here another 3 years. Like, invest in him. Let him get some reps in. For goodness sake, I don't
Yep.
understand.
I
Why are
think
we?
it's I think it's a wimpy move on Gundy too to not let your coordinators speak at press conferences. I think
No,
that's soft. They should have to sit there and answer questions about why
he
they
should.
suck.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Oh my god. which Casey Dunn, he deleted his Twitter. It's a good thing because
A
I was
smart move on his
the
part.
last 2 years. I feel like I'm responsible because I blew him up those last, and I still he has an Instagram. I still tag him on Instagram all the time.
Nice.
Whenever we like put our pregame, like our threads we're wearing for the game, we like, have we fired Casey Dunn yet? And I'll tag him. So it's only a matter of time
Nice.
to get him to delete his Instagram as well. So I'll let you know how that goes. But yeah,
We love to see it. All right, my pick 6 points for the day. Diego Pavia is the real
oh,
freaking deal.
yeah,
This
he is,
man
man.
shredded Alabama.
Mm-hmm. That he did. That he did.
Mind you, this is the same quarterback that beat Auburn last year at New Mexico State and
Ah,
shredded
yes,
them.
yes. They
He
beat them by a lot.
owns the state of Alabama. It was like 35-14 that game. He came
Yeah,
out, shredded Bama 40-34. Alabama could not stop them. They got Bama turned it over twice, helped Vanderbilt out. Like
it was
you can't
awesome.
I cannot express the excitement that I had when I saw that score. I was like, holy crap.
Dude, I feel that I was driving an ambulance whenever that came. I saw that and about crashed into a tree. I was like, oh my God, like what? Like, uh,
The
right. But he did
Like that
well.
man had some balls of steel too, because like they ran the ball down their throats a lot. But let me tell you, this man made some throws when he needed to make them. Fourth and
Yeah,
one, that long 30-yard touchdown pass. He made a couple throws on the outside that were just dots to his receivers.
yeah, bro.
This team wanted to beat Alabama. They came out and they showed it.
Dude, yeah.
They brought the field goal post to the river. It was a beautiful, beautiful sight.
Dude, I love seeing on TikTok. Like I saw every angle of all that. Like, oh, it was such a beautiful time.
I
But
saw
now,
some of
no, no, you can go ahead.
continue. I saw
Uh,
somebody on the I think it was on Twitter, and they were like, "Man, it took them an hour, a little over an hour to get to the river from the stadium. They're making good time."
yeah, bro. I love like the cop cars in the middle of the street and all the and everybody. They were just going over them like and I love the cape they put on the field goal. It was all just poetic. It was so
It was a
beautiful.
beautiful moment. I
But
wish I could experience something like that.
I wish. Yeah. And they took it down in Fayetteville too.
Yeah, this
They don't have a river, so I don't know what
I don't
happened with.
know.
But still, I'm happy for him. Vandy deserved it. Arkansas deserves it. I'm happy for both of them.
Yeah, way to go, Vandy, and that's perfect lead in because Arkansas beat Tennessee. What
Hmm.
this pisses me off a lot because if OU just had a effing offense like
Dude, I if Hawkins would have gotten in sooner, man, I think it would.
OU could beat Tennessee. I've been saying this and nobody
Yeah.
believed me. Arkansas did it.
Mhm.
Shocker. Their offense wasn't that great. Nico didn't stun anybody. And then he ran out of bounds on the final play of the game.
Yeah, like
Instead of throwing the ball and giving his team a
like
chance, like, what is he
yeah,
doing?
that was the last play of the game. Why would you like not take a dart and at least in the
Do
end zone?
something.
I mean, I don't care if it's intercepted. Who cares at that point? Like you're gonna lose the game no matter what. I mean, he does not have good IQ when it comes down to critical game situations.
No, he doesn't.
B.
And the thing that really ticks me off too is you can say all you want. Well, Arkansas's defense was just that much more prepared. It's like, no, OU's defense was on the field a ton against
Yeah,
Tennessee game. Arkansas controlled the time of possession. And if I can find it here, Arkansas had the ball for 35 minutes compared to Tennessee's 24. Like those
yeah,
extra minutes was what you needed to win the game. They
yeah,
didn't do anything that spectacular that OU didn't do. They controlled the time of possession and made the plays when they needed to. You
yeah,
limit turnovers, you can beat Tennessee. It's not that hard of a concept.
yeah, yeah. I'm glad they finally got exposed, though. I mean,
Yeah, no, this thing, way to go. Like, props to Arkansas, though, because
still,
once it got down to the end of that game, I was thinking, man, they're going to let them come back. This is it.
yeah,
They're going to blow this thing. But they ended up, they solidified that thing. Way to go for them. I'm proud of them. Bobby P, Sam Pittman, they deserve this thing. Gunner was at the game. He sent me a picture.
yes, bro,
He
yeah.
was like, I tried to get down onto the field, but he was already jam packed. I was like, dang it. I'd have found my way on there. That's for
Well,
sure.
absolutely. Like you didn't try hard enough. You could have made that. I would have been down there with them on that field goal, like throwing that thing down
Oh,
there. Like,
yeah.
and I love that they played Rocky Top over the PA.
Yep.
Like, oh my gosh, that
I'm
was
I'm
awesome.
here for the justice there in Tennessee.
Oh, I love it.
Also, I don't know if you saw the video. Did you see the Tennessee player shove the guy into one of the girls?
No, I did not.
Anyway, this Tennessee player, I don't know if the guy, I didn't see the full thing. I just saw the guy shove him, so I don't know what happened before it. But I see all these people commenting about like this is why we shouldn't rush the field. It's like, bro, there's a safe way to get the players out. But
Yeah,
the security's not doing that. Like if you know that your team's going to rush the field, you should have measures in place to prevent anything like that happening. Like
yeah,
I get don't get in a player's face or whatever, but you're all adults. You got to make sure you're not shoving kids
yeah,
down into people either. Like
yeah, absolutely.
you lost. That's all right. Like the schools put the measures in place to get the people out safely so that doesn't have to happen. Let the kids celebrate though. Fan storming the field is what makes college football fun.
Oh, absolutely. I want to experience that one time at some point. I don't know, but
OU will never do it,
probably
but
not.
so I'll have to
But
go somewhere else and watch it
wish
happen.
I could have been there for Bedlam last year. That'd been great. Which I
Y'all
still
didn't
hate
storm the
that
field, did you?
we did,
You
and
did?
they did.
Wow.
They tore down the and threw it in the pond.
Y'all
And
must have really sold y'all soul for that win.
dude, it pissed. I was like, I don't think we've beat OU before. Like, why are we doing this? I mean, I get it was the last one for a long time, but I don't know. I didn't agree with it. But I didn't agree with that one. But typically, if you beat Alabama, oh yeah, I don't care who you are. I'm
No,
gonna
Vandy deserves it. If anybody's going to storm the field, it's Vandy. Like,
win.
let them do it.
Oh
They
yeah.
probably never have that happen again.
Did you see Lane Kiffin? He was giving a press conference actively as that game was. I sent you on Twitter. I don't know if you watched it yet.
I hadn't
But
yet.
during his press conference, he that game was on the screen in the back, and you could see him. Like the reporter asked him a question, and he said, "How many timeouts does Alabama have left?" And they're like, "They just used the last one or something." And he said, "Oh, it's like, I'm sorry. What was your question?" I was busy watching this." He said, "You might as well watch it and take it all in because it's probably never going to happen again."
Yeah,
But
exactly.
oh, I love that.
No, that's funny. No, it just gives me a lot of hope that Vandy can go and beat Texas, come around. Dude,
Yeah,
if they beat Texas and Alabama in the same year,
yeah.
chef's
Uh,
kiss.
Yeah, no, dude. Oh, and the Vandy, they better be ranked in. I mean, like,
For real. Vandy's
in the
3-2.
world.
They should have beat Missouri and whoever their other SEC opponent was that they played.
Yeah, I don't even
Which
know.
which speaking of Missouri, Missouri's just bad.
No, no, I'm not. Yeah, I don't.
Missouri should have lost to Boston College, should have lost to Vanderbilt, and then they got boat raced by Texas A&M this past weekend.
Yeah,
And Texas A&M's like an average school. Like how long is it?
I can. No, they've not. They've not been too impressive. I don't know why people are more high on them. Um, I don't. Yeah, kind of
It's sad. Not sad for me, I guess, but sad for them.
bad for them. Yeah, I mean, but hey,
I think it's funny to watch Missouri collapse after all the crap they talked in the offseason, and
yeah, like yeah, they deserve it.
they do deserve. Brady Cook is not a great quarterback. Luther Burden was their only shining star, and then he's been shut down effectively. So,
You know,
way to go, Missouri.
feel that,
Um, point number four: Ashton Genty should be the
dude.
Heisman winner. I think
Deal, man. How many touchdowns does he have now?
he
It's
has
close
16
to
touchdowns. He has a
15.
thousand and 31 yards, which
Dude,
is
insane.
20 something more yards than what Barry Sanders had his year.
Yeah.
Like he could break Sanders' records, and if he does, and he doesn't win the Heisman, it's a sham.
Oh, dude, absolutely. I mean, you can't. I mean, look at Barry Sanders, and I mean, he
Like,
breaks his records, and
I don't care if he's in the G5 or not. Like,
yeah,
nobody's done that. If he
no,
does it, it should be his Heisman.
absolutely, it should. He deserves that. Like you said, if he don't, then there's got to be some justice or something.
Throw
Because,
the award away.
yeah, like
It's
that.
worthless at that point.
Whoever would win the Heisman, I'd be like, you know what? I don't deserve this. I'm gonna give this
Yeah,
to
for
you.
real. Like that person should be like, you know what? This isn't mine. This is his.
Absolutely. So I can't wait to see him the rest of the year. And
Which at this point, who's Boise State's schedule left? Because
not a clue.
let's find out. Boise State football schedule. All right, so they got Hawaii, UNLV, which is good. That'll be a tough game. San Diego State, Nevada, San Jose State, Wyoming, and Oregon State. There should be a shoe in for the
Yeah.
playoff. Like they played Oregon close. They almost beat Oregon. Like
Hmm.
if they keep this up, they are well on the way
They
to the
should. Yeah.
playoff berth.
And what were they in the AP polls now? They're like in the top
17th.
20, 17. I love seeing the G5 school in there though.
Yep. And
It's nice.
outside of Army Navy, which they haven't been ranked yet, which is surprising, but we'll get to that here later.
No,
Is Iowa State the best team in the Big 12 right now?
I think so. I mean, they've done really well. Everybody they've played, they've beaten by a pretty good amount.
Outside of Iowa, and they won by a field
Yeah,
goal
I
there.
was. That is true. I just pulled
But
their thing.
they're 5-0. Rocco Beck is killing it as
Yeah,
their quarterback, which is awesome. Like outside of because nobody in the Big 12 has like distanced themselves as a front runner except Iowa State, I feel like.
unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunate for you. I don't know how like Utah, I think had a bye week this week, but they
Um,
haven't. Iowa State's on a roll right now, and I think they can get that thing going. They could find themselves up in Dallas.
yeah,
I don't
dude.
know who they're playing at this point. I think everybody's vying for second place.
BYU, I guess. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
that's a good point. BYU still undefeated.
um
Iowa State and BYU in a Big 12 championship just sounds wrong.
yeah, like if you would have told me back in July, like who would potentially be, I would not have. I was laughing in your face. I think everybody would have
I'd be
been like,
like, you're crazy,
yeah.
dude.
But I mean, yeah, dude, like 21-3, they beat North Dakota, and then Iowa State was a 1 point game, 20-19. Then Arkansas State beat them 52-7. They beat Houston 20-0, beat Baylor 43-21,
Dang.
and now they got West Virginia, which I think they can manage. West Virginia is not great. We
Yeah.
just are, and then UCF and
Which
Texas
UCF
Tech.
just lost to Florida, of all
Yeah,
people.
yeah. So I mean, it really manageable. Kansas, Iowa State, or Cincinnati.
All
I
of
mean,
those are bad teams. Like
yeah,
Iowa could be like 10-2, 11-1 at the end of this thing.
yeah.
If they went undefeated, I'd be shocked. But
Iowa State, BYU, I think, but Iowa State though they're doing great right now. I, you know, I guess there's worse. I'm glad they're like, I'm glad it's Iowa State, someone who's been in the conference a long time.
yeah, somebody
Um,
who's different at least too. I'm here for that.
yeah,
I will say someone on this podcast had Iowa State as their surprise team in the Big 12, and it
wasn't
is
me.
looking rather beautifully at the moment.
Yeah. So hey, go kudos to you.
We're
Well,
here.
I'm
That's the
proud.
one thing that's gone right, I think, so far.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll hang my hat on it.
absolutely, man. Yeah, bro.
Last one. Is Miami lucky or good?
uh, I mean, forget who they've even. I mean,
They
they
played
barely beat
Cal
Cal, and they beat was
and they were
9, and they were down at
35-10, and they come
yeah.
back and managed to win that thing.
I mean, good teams find a way to win, but still, I mean, they shouldn't have given you that
This is
much of.
back, or no, this isn't back-to-back weeks, but they had the scare against Virginia
Yeah,
that the refs bailed them out on. And then there's the whole targeting call that didn't get called against Cal that everybody's blaming.
no.
So I don't know. I think Miami Cam Ward is a good player.
Cam Ward's been a fantastic player. I mean, he's very consistent, putting up lots of yards, and touchdowns every game. I
Mhm.
mean, they have a quarterback in Cam Ward. He had a lot of hype coming into this season, and I think he's done well and done what people wanted him to do. Unlike the other quarterback in Florida that had a lot of hype for some reason.
DJU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it's but yeah, no, I mean, I think they're pretty decent. I mean, I think
I mean, they're
there's a
undefeated right now.
there's a bad week, but I mean, I think they could take the ACC potentially. I mean, I
I
really
think like their only other shot's Clemson.
yeah, and I think they got
And I
Clemson.
think, yeah, I think Miami's better than Clemson right now.
Yeah. So I think they're real. They just had a bad week, and
I mean, you traveling to
you travel all the
three
way
time
across
zones,
there probably is a little bit of jet lag. I hope they left like several days in advance so they can just rest the whole first day. And
get ready to
that's a
go.
long that's a long airplane ride.
Yep. All the way to Berkeley, California. I mean, Cal had game day there that day for the first time on campus.
Yeah.
I'm sure that energy for Cal was there, and they were
Oh yeah,
Everything was against Miami basically at that point.
yeah.
So I
Makes
guess
sense.
respect to them. They did something. They did it good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, anything you want to add about any of those? Anything at all?
No. No.
Excellent. Number four is going to be real short and sweet here. I just want to mention and pay respects to the United States Navy and Army. They're both undefeated, a combined 10-0 for the
Victory,
first time since 1945.
which was a disgusting year. I'm kidding. Well, they didn't, never mind.
They were out fighting World War II, but
That too. And then people think that they won the Natty, but they didn't.
yeah, Ryan State's claiming their national championships over Army, who just won the war.
You could say that, but anyways, but we did win. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, hey, I'm happy for them though. Thank you for their service. They're doing great things for the country.
That's right. On the gridiron here.
That's right.
Army Navy American Conference Championship game would be beautiful.
Absolutely, it would. I would love that personally.
It'd be a lot
That'd
of
be
fun. Way to go. They're running the option crisply right now.
yeah.
So we love to see it. All right. I'm gonna run through these game scores, all the games from this week. And if you find one that you want to talk about, just start
Yeah,
talking about it.
I bet this lighting's
Uh
up, dude.
Lighting.
It's lighting.
All right, we'll start with Thursday. My Dogs and Sam Houston beat UTEP 41-21. Texas State beat Troy 38-17. Friday night, my parlay did not hit.
Rip.
44-41 Syracuse over UNLV. Oregon 31-10 over Michigan State. Houston 30-19 was the final score over TCU.
Mm.
Jacksonville State beat Kennesaw State 63-24. Now to the Saturday slate of games. Texas Tech 28, Arizona 22. Miami 39 over Cal 38. 27-24 San Diego State over Hawaii.
Mm.
Arizona State 35-31 over Kansas. Georgia Tech 24-14 over Duke. Florida 24-13 over UCF. And when I saw that score, I was shocked. For real.
Fair.
San Jose State 35-31 over Nevada. Iowa State 43-21 over Baylor. Minnesota 24-17 over USC.
Love it. Oh,
Oh, out of many of the games that happened that day, that was a good one.
enjoy. I love it.
Did you see Lincoln Riley say that they were 2 plays away from 5-0?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Like, you're
But
just a wiener, dude.
bro,
How long
just
do you till he gets fired, do you think?
you think they'll fire him? I
He's
mean,
doing worse than Clay Helton was, but
mm,
when they fired him,
yeah. I don't know. Probably has another season in
you
him.
can give him another year.
I think they'll probably give him another year. I
This
wouldn't
is the
fire.
new defense too. You think they're gonna?
I'm sure there was a because they changed, didn't they? Like they changed drastically a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know the way they were. I don't know quite. I don't know. I think maybe give him a year to
Another year?
more year. But seat's getting a little bit warm.
It's getting
From
warm.
I
I
can
bet it's
see.
starting to heat up a little bit. He's feeling the pressure.
Yeah, which I hope he gets fired. Good for
I hope he does
I
too.
don't have a reason to not like Lincoln Riley, but
You're just here. We're riding the bandwagon there.
yeah.
Washington 27-17 over Michigan. Another
Ah,
top 10 team gone.
yes.
Arkansas 19-14 over Tennessee. Louisiana 23-13 over Southern Miss. 21 UL Monroe 21-19 over James Madison, which was a bit of an upset there. James Madison was a better school, better
You
team anyway.
ULM won that.
Yeah,
That's what I thought. They're undefeated, aren't they?
they're 4-1 now.
4-1. General Booty, bro, going out
Yeah,
there.
Jenner Booty's coming out having fun. They only lost to Texas too.
Yeah, no,
That's the
that's
thing.
true. Yeah. So hey, I mean, we got a lot of sleepers, yeah, here, bro. Like people that are,
Let me
you
tell you, NIL has started to level the playing field a little bit.
yeah,
Like Vandy's a great opportunity for that. Like they're getting money out there, paying some players coming in, doing well.
sure.
Arkansas State 18-16 over Southern Alabama. Coastal Carolina 45-37 over Old Dominion. Boise State 62-30 over Utah State. Clemson 29-13 over Florida State. Man, that ball just keeps rolling downhill.
Oh, I
And
feel
realistically, Cal should have beat Florida State because they missed two field goals that would have won them that game.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel bad for FSU though, man.
Yeah, no, that's rough. They gotta. I think I'd off myself
Oh, for real.
if
That'd be.
OU was 1-5, 1-4. Woo,
I don't think they've done that ever in their program history,
it's
probably,
never
but
been that bad. We've never. I don't remember. There was a number that we haven't ever gotten below, but I don't remember what it is at the moment. Anyway, Oregon State 39-31 over Colorado State. Vanderbilt 40-35 over Alabama. West Virginia 38-14 over Oklahoma State. Nebraska 14-7 over Rutgers. Charlotte 55-24 over East Carolina. Bowling Green 27-20 over Akron. Toledo 30-20 over Miami of Ohio. Marshall 52-37 over App State. Virginia Tech 31-7 over Stanford. UConn's 29-20 over Temple. 41-24 Indiana over Northwestern. Ole Miss beats South Carolina 27-3. Georgia beats Auburn 31-13. They have a better rebound game than Alabama did.
Mhm.
Ohio State 35-7 over Iowa. Western Michigan 45-42 over Ball State. Tulane 71-20 over UAB.
Oh,
Army 49-7 over Tulsa. Navy 34-7 over Air Force. Wake Forest 34-30 over NC State. Pitt wins 34-24 over North Carolina. Virginia over Boston College 24-14. Northern Illinois 34-20 over UMass. Wisconsin beats Purdue 52-6. SMU beats Louisville 34-27. SMU's 5-1, and their only losses to BYU right now. They're leading the ACC, I believe.
yeah, I forgot about that.
Isn't that crazy? SMU was my surprise team there too.
Oh yeah, no, everybody when they lost to BYU, yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, they were
Yep.
like, "Yo, bro, like, yo, what the heck?" Like,
Is
they
this
got so
team
much
any good?
flack for that. They got so much flack for that. Now looking at it, it's like,
It's like that's
who
not
would
as bad of a loss as you expect it to be.
know?
Um, Texas A&M kills Missouri 41-10, and then Penn State over UCLA 27-11.
Love it.
And that's the wrap for week 6. Week 7 starts Tuesday. We have 55 days straight of football on every day. That'd be college Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then NFL on Sunday, Monday.
I love it.
It's a beautiful time of year.
Dude, my Cowboys are playing right now. I don't even know. The game got delayed so long.
Really?
Yeah, it was hailing and lightning and stuff.
Where are they playing?
Pittsburgh and Steelers.
Interesting.
Uh,
Huh. That'll be fun.
it's 6-10 right now, third quarter. Anyways,
This is the fun fact. I'm kind of looking at these early games before we do Tuesday breakdown and stuff. OU Texas is obviously the big game for this week outside of Oregon, Ohio State. But
well,
South Carolina, you think they could beat Alabama? Or
oh,
is
machine.
Alabama rebound?
I think Alabama will rebound. I think they'll. Which Vandy, I mean, they're looking a lot better this year over
They are looking better.
for what they've been. So I mean, I don't really think they're doing something pretty great over there. Um, I think though that Alabama will rebound and DeBoer will get his guys' minds right and um, yeah.
My first thought when I saw that score after the game was, man, how long does DeBoer got before they fire him? Because
I
those
mean,
fans, they were brutal.
that never would have happened against one to Nick Saban, just for sure. Also, very random, but did you see number 13 on Alabama?
I did see that
He
video.
had like
Kicked the
he was
football at the
like,
end.
and then yeah, he walked and kicked the football and like threw his he was going through it.
I can imagine you lost to Vanderbilt. That happens hasn't happened since 1984.
Yeah,
And you're
bro.
the team that lost to Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
I'd
dude.
be
Oh,
pissed.
lose same, man. Oh, it's so great.
That's basically what I felt like when we lost to Kansas last year. That's how it was.
Fair. That's fair. I feel that.
Uh
Yeah.
Penn State USC, that'll be a cool game. USC is going to lose again.
Yeah, I got some good games coming up.
BYU should go 6-0. Arizona,
Is where's college game day gonna be this week? I didn't hear.
Eugene, Ohio State, Oregon.
Okay, okay, I can see that because I was gonna say I feel like they should be in Dallas,
That was my
um,
thought.
I mean, I guess that's a big game too.
Yeah,
So
Tuesday will be fun. A nice in depth there.
yeah, it'll be nice.
Cool. Well, that's all I got. You got any more?
No, I don't think so. Other than so I put that about NIL, but I love that we're bringing back. I don't know if you ever knew who Cross Canadian Ragweed was. It was a band back in like the early 2000s that made like Red Dirt country music famous. But
Mm-hmm.
they're coming back together, and them and Turnpike Troubadours they're putting on a 2 night show in Stillwater at Boone Pickens, which is the first concert they've had since 2009.
Hmm.
I just love that because that's going for our NIL
Mm-hmm.
deal. So I think hopefully that'll help a lot, and we'll get
Nice.
uh,
I saw that
you
whole thing happen, and my first thought was like, this would be a great Ryan concert.
yeah. That's I know I'd listen to both of them. I would love to go, but tickets were ungodly expensive. They
That
did add a
surprises me
second,
a little bit.
such high demand. They added a second night, but it's yeah. But I'm glad
Nice.
it's going for our NIL. I mean, because that's gonna be massive for the school. So
I know a lot of people were, they saw the announcement that there's something big's going to be announced, and they're like, oh, Casey
dude,
Dunn?
I would have rather
Which would you rather have, NIL money or Casey Dunn gone?
I'd rather be Casey Dunn. I want him gone. Oh, he takes me off. I'm
Yeah,
gonna never mind, I can't say it on the podcast.
that's fair.
Anyways, yeah.
Nice. Well, it's beat Texas week. I hope Texas has food poisoning the day of the game or something. I'm gonna sneak into their hotel and wake them all up at 3 a.m. or something. I don't know.
Ireland or something.
Yeah, pull the fire alarm.
I feel like you could, like really though.
It's
Like,
happened before, so
I mean, I would, so I support you.
well, if anybody wants to fly down to Dallas with me and wake Texas's team up,
You you have stuff for school Saturday, don't you?
yeah, we got state championship Saturday. So we perform at like 2:45, I think. So I'll get the most of the second half of the game. And
Yeah.
hopefully by that point, Michael Hawkins has already thrown 3 touchdowns and Quinn Ewers has thrown like 3 interceptions, and
Which
we're up
though
by like 40.
it'll be like down to the wire though, and you'll be busy and you can't really. And
I, I know that's
That
probably
would
how it'll
stress.
be. This game, you never really know what's going to happen, OU Texas.
No, no, you don't.
And
I mean,
this year just feels like a setup for Texas to lose. They're going to be the number one team in the country. OU's got nothing to lose. We've looked horrible leading up to this game. Like
yeah,
it just feels like a place for if you're going to bet, you need to bet OU.
yeah, they can do it. They can do it. I got them.
I wonder what the line is. Let me go
I'm
take
not
a
putting
peek. See,
I'm not putting a parlay down, but I do support them.
I'm going to be at this point. I've been betting 25 a week
God dang.
on games.
One inning. Not a lot.
So far, none of them's hit. And I was like,
Yeah.
but
Hey,
I'm still technically up because I hit that 2,000 that one day. So I'm still have put back like 500 now in
good,
bets,
good,
but
good
it's
deal.
whatever.
Yeah.
Texas is a 14-point favorite. Oh yeah. You
Oh, you love it. You
that's an
love to.
easy OU bet.
Oh yeah, you love to see it, man.
I wish ESPN bet was legal in Oklahoma because I want to take the points.
Shame. I feel that. I feel.
Dang. All right, well, that's all you got. That's all I got.
Sure.
All right, well, that is it for Athletically Speaking.